Alpine car launch at the start of this season, Craig Slater of Sky Sports asked Esteban, Lewis Hamilton has declared that he'll be joining Ferrari for next season. We know Toto Wolff is your manager. Do you have any interest at Mercedes? And Esteban was basically like, yes. I have a great relationship with Mercedes. I've been their test driver. I would love to drive for a Mercedes if the offer ever came up. I mean, it's pretty clear at the start of the year, Esteban was making no secret of the fact that he really didn't care about having any loyalty to Alpine. And hello there, Silverback. I hope you're doing well this evening, afternoon, wherever you are. But, of course, thanks to Esteban's departure, of course, there are rumours of him joining many teams next year. Of course, there have been rumours of him joining Mercedes, since, of course, Mercedes still need to look for a new driver. Carlos Sainz, Antonio Kimi Antonelli have been considered as replacements at Mercedes, and we cannot rule out Esteban Ocon. Although it has to be said, though, Esteban Ocon's attitude is somewhat questionable at this point. Red Bull have been mentioned as a potential place since, of course, there's not been a confirmation of Sergio Perez extending his contract at Red Bull yet. Who knows? I mean, I know there's been a few pundits who have said that wouldn't it be fun to see Max Verstappen go up against his old Formula 3 rival, Esteban Ocon, where, of course, Ocon has expressed this bitterness over the fact that, when he won the Formula 3 championship in 2014, Max got driving Formula 1 with Toro Rosso, despite the fact Max only finished third in the championship, whilst Ocon had to join Prema in GP3 the following season, which I think it's safe to say, I think that's more of a result of the fact that Esteban Ocon isn't really quite as skilled as Max Verstappen, shall we say. Of course, there's also been, Ocon has also mentioned the fact that he could be joining Williams, Haas, or even the Sauber Audi team for next season. But, would Esteban Ocon fit at Williams? I mean, with James Vowell talking about how he wants to make the team a lot more cohesive, a lot more progressive. I mean, Alex Albon has been a great team leader. Logan Sargeant, despite his poor performances, has been very selfless in how he's given up, how he gave up his car for Alex earlier on in the season, and how, he's been willing to drive all the bits and pieces on his Williams in order to help the team progress. And then we have Haas, where with Hulkenberg leaving, I mean, would Haas want to have a partnership of Kevin Magnussen and Esteban Ocon together? It's a really interesting one. And for those of you joining in, yes, Esteban Ocon has announced he is departing Alpine. It has been a departure waiting on the card for some time. But, like I said, there are rumours that Ocon would be as about up to 5 teams he could join for 2025. Red Bull, where, my goodness me, the idea of Ocon taking on Verstappen would be fireworks everywhere, madness to witness, and of course I think ultimately Max would probably have the upper hand over Ocon. And with the Red Bull junior driver program, I mean, would Red Bull really take Esteban on? I mean, it's a question mark, and of course there have been question marks over whether the Red Bull driver junior academy is going to continue in the future, since of course we haven't seen many Red Bull juniors make the jump up to Formula 1 or even a Red Bull senior team. Mercedes, where of course Hamilton is leaving, and then of course Haas, Williams, and Sauber all being mentioned. Of course, there's also talks that Esteban Ocon could be joining Sauber, which I'm not entirely